37. Hey guys, I'm coming at you today to talk a little bit about interval training. Now, if you follow my Instagram account or my YouTube account, you know one of my go-to pieces of equipment for intervals would be the Airdyne bike. Know that the things that I talk about today can be applied to whatever modality of exercise you choose to follow for interval training. So this could be running, weights, jump rope, biking, rowing, swimming, whatever. So apply this as you need to, and comment below with any questions you guys have. One of the things that I see most common with interval training is that people take too short of a rest. Usually when people are excited to do intervals to burn fat and burn calories, they're really obsessed with thinking that they have to constantly be working. One of the biggest benefits of interval training is the fact that you get a chance to recover so that you can work at a high intensity again. If you don't take a low enough, slow enough rest period, you won't be recovered to go hard again. So that's where you see people do like a 1-to-1 work to rest, or even a 1-to-2 work to rest period where they're working for longer than they're resting. On paper, that sounds like cool. I'm gonna be working for longer. I'm gonna burn more calories. That's not the case. We're looking for typically having a longer rest period than we do for work. So I got 3 different examples written up here: a highest intensity in blue, a moderate intensity in red, and then a low intensity in green. Let me flip the camera around and show you guys what I'm talking about. An example of my high intensity routine. I usually look for like a 1 to 10 work to rest period. So this means we're gonna rest for 10 times as long as we're working. Now my example I've written on here is biking. So a workout that I sometimes go to is doing 10 seconds of work with 100 seconds rest, then 20 seconds of work, 200 seconds rest, 30 seconds work, so on and so forth until you do a minute straight of work and then you're done. Now the first time you do this, it's gonna seem like you have way too much rest. Right out the gate, you're gonna hit 10 seconds of work with over a minute and a half rest. You need that minute and a half because this is supposed to be a high intensity, the highest intensity possible that you can work at. So there is no pacing. There's no take it slow because we have 6 rounds. This is full max effort, max speed. Pretty soon, that rest is not gonna feel like enough. And that's how interval training works, is you're supposed to give yourself enough rest that you feel ready to go for the next one. And then towards the end of the workout, you should start to feel like the rest periods are not gonna be enough, and that's when it's time to shut it down. Now, an example of my medium intensity workout. This is like a 1 to 3 work to rest ratio. So my example here is running. So you might be doing this out on the street. You might be on the treadmill instead of to an incline, and you run 15 seconds, hard as you can, 45 seconds rest, and you repeat this 10 times. So essentially what you're gonna do is at the top of every minute, sprint for 15 seconds, and then you rest. Maybe you're standing on the sides of the treadmill, or you're just like keeling over on the sidewalk for 45 seconds until the next minute starts. Hit it hard for 15, rest the remainder of the minute. Hard 15, remainder of the minute, and this is only 10 minutes long. So with this example, the intensity is gonna be forced to be lower because we have a shorter rest. Now that doesn't mean the effort is lower. Effort is still maximum effort, just our peak intensity is gonna be lower than it could be if we're only doing a 10-second burst, or if you got 300 seconds of rest, because you only get 45, your intensity is gonna be lower. And then my final example here is gonna be a low intensity interval workout. So again, low intensity does not mean low effort. We're still talking maximum effort, just the intensity is lowered. So for a 1-to-1, you're gonna work for as long as you're resting. My example here is rowing. Simple 30 seconds max effort, 30 seconds nothing at all. 30 seconds max effort, 30 seconds nothing at all. You repeat that 6 times. And then when you follow that routine, usually by the 4th or 5th, you're kind of questioning life and you're like, I really don't know if I can do 6 of these. And then the 6th one's usually the last that you got if the 5th one wasn't already. That's my go-to for a low intensity workout. It's a good intro for people who aren't used to interval training at a high intensity. In fact, most of the first-time clients that I have don't really know how to push it hard enough to warrant having such a long rest period. They just don't have experience with it or exposure to it. So I'll throw them on a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. And then as they get more experience and kind of learn to throttle up a little bit, then we'll shift into a medium intensity and we'll do that like 1 to 3 work to rest. And then when they really get it, we'll turn the dial up even more and do that 1 to 10 highest possible intensity workouts. So I encourage you guys, give these a shot. Let me know what you think. Comment below with what your hardest interval format is that you've ever done. Let me know if you try them. Anyways, take care.